गुड मॉर्निंग फ्रेंड्स। बहुत पहले मैंने एक वीडियो बनाई थी जिसमें हमने जिक्र किया था कि इंग्लिश में ऑफ कोर्स हम ऐसे कैसे लिखें, हाउ टू मेक आवर ऐसे वेरी इफेक्टिव so that whether it is the examiner or the reader, he or she gets impressed. And then I had also discussed about a drawing room in our house, in our homes. Most of us have a drawing room. We call it parlor also. And then we make sure that a drawing room is neat and clean, spick and span. Everything is in order. Because when somebody comes to our house, we take him to the drawing room. We make him sit there, feel comfortable. And then we have all sorts of deliberations, talks, chats over there. We serve tea, snacks, and all that. So, drawing room is the meeting place, is a kind of rendezvous. And it is very necessary that it must be well maintained. Whether it is a relative or a visitor, when he or she comes to our house, by having a look at the drawing room, a person makes an impression about our house, about ourselves. If things are not in order, things are in disarray, in disorder, all sorts of rubbish and waste, papers and other things littered on the ground, and things are not maintained properly, they get a bad impression. Naturally, they get a bad impression. They say, oh my God, this drawing room is so shabby, so untidy. But when the drawing room is well maintained, neat and clean, things in order, everything is looking fine, it adds to the glory and the beauty of the house. Inside, some of the things in our living rooms and other rooms may not be in order. The visitor is not going to explore those things over there. The drawing room explores because he is seated there, he is being entertained over there. So likewise, it is very important when you write an essay, you must make sure that the first paragraph that we write is impressive. Just like a drawing room concept. Just like a drawing room, it should be neat and clean, well maintained. So the first paragraph, of course, has to relate to the topic. We sort of introduce the topic in the first paragraph. We can begin with a quotation. We can begin with a very famous statement. We can begin with a beautiful sentence that relates to the topic. That statement, that quotation could be either at the beginning of the paragraph or somewhere in the middle. Now we know that every paragraph has got a key sentence which expresses the main theme, the main content of that particular paragraph, and that relates, of course, in turn to the main topic. So that key sentence could be in the form of a quotation, either by a great person or your own sentence that makes very good sense, is very impressive. And in that way, we try to make our first paragraph an impressive one. When the reader reads the first paragraph, he should be interested to read further. He shouldn't get a bad impression, oh my God, what this person is writing. It's not relevant at all. And look at the English, the expression is horrible, atrocious. The person will not be interested to read further. And if he is compelled to read further, being an examiner, of course, he'll try to rush through it. But if your drawing room concept is being applied here, and the first paragraph is very impressive, he will be very happy and he will like to read further. And that, of course, is going to give you some advantage because you may get good marks. So keep that in mind. The first paragraph has to be the best of all the paragraphs that you incorporate in your essay. That's all I want to tell you today. God bless you. That's all.